What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Makeover in the Motor City. I know it's been a little while, but we're picking up here right after the All-Star break, and it's time to make some moves and get things rolling here a little bit, make things a little more interesting. When last we left, JP Sears has been called up. I think while I was offline, Riley Green came off the IL, and that is one of their top prospects in the organization. And I sent him strictly to, right away to Toledo for a rehab assignment. And I was just checking in on Riley Green, and it's been a little bit of a struggle here. In 11 games, about 167, nothing to write home about. But like I said, I have him there for at least the next 20 games before I hear again, where he's at, check in again. In the meantime, I want to see if I can get Tariq Skubal up with a big team. And in order to do so, I think I'm going to see what kind of play I can get on Kyle Funkhauser, right-hander. He's young. Um, he's got some upside. He just has not gotten the results. I mean, he's 0-6. His ERA is not awful by any stretch. It's just, I'm wondering what I can get for him, and I'm curious. So I do want to shop around Kyle Funkhauser and see what we can get. I'm not interested in veterans. I'm more interested in prospects. Let's see what someone can offer us. No team offers a single player in a trade. Speaking of that, that's first of all, that's very disheartening on Kyle Funkhauser that nobody wants him for any price. What I did get was I got feelers on Reed Detmers. So obviously this season in reality, he's already got a no-hitter on his resume. So I definitely inquired about Reed Detmers and what it would take to land him. And it warmed my heart for the Angels to reply there is nobody in your organization that piques our interest that would lead us to move on Reed Detmers. So I don't blame him. I don't really have much to offer in regards to that. And I really need to dump more salary because I am just handcuffed financially. When I looked at trading for the player, I mean, you can see we are in the red in terms of our space budget-wise. I got $4 million in cash available. He's a league minimum guy at 700. I mean, he'd be like an incredible land for me in terms of being a guy that would lock down a position in the rotation for me down the line. But needless to say, I like to think we have some of those guys in place, in the lower levels. So if you look at my pitching rotation right now, we got a veteran guy here. Mize is not old. He's 25. J.P. Sears has been called up. He's 26. Funkhauser 28. I think Alexander is also 28. So there you go. And we got lefties. I got 3 lefties in the rotation here. So then, from an organizational standpoint, Tariq Skubal is the guy that needs to come up, and I sent him down. I optioned him down. And I think he's got to get called back up. So that said, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send down. I mean, this guy, Tyler Alexander, is 6-7. Okay, he's pitching to a 5.44 ERA. Funkhauser's pitching to a 3.7. Obviously, less innings. He can't sniff a dub. Can't sniff it. Casey Mize is struggling. Here's another guy. Let's see. Casey Mize is how old? 25. Let's see what we can find out about potentially moving Casey Mize. So now we got some options. I don't think I need the starting pitching, and I think Casey Mize is somebody that we want to hold on to. I mean, he's still league minimum, and he is with us through the season. So, I mean, there's a lot of potential on Casey Mize. I'm not moving on Casey Mize. I don't think I'm moving on any of my pitchers. I think, like I said, it's a matter now of getting some guys up. So now it's got to be a matter of figuring out which guy is going. Now, here's the next guy, Eduardo Rodriguez. Now, I have to resign myself. I'm a guy that's a now guy. I mean, he's 29. 4 stars. I don't necessarily see a reason to move any of these guys right now. It's just a matter of who am I moving down for the time being. And I think it's going to be Funkhauser. He's going to go down. And Tariq School's coming up. I think that's what it's going to be. So there we go. And we're going to open up the second half of our season against the Twins. Actually, that's not true. I did play this doubleheader already, and we swept the A's. So it's a good start coming out of the All-Star break. They swept the doubleheader from Oakland, who just may happen to be more atrocious than us. Let's look at the standings real fast. 38. Yeah. By a nose. We're in last place with 40 wins. They're in last place, 38 wins. Pittsburgh, Colorado. Colorado with the worst record. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So let's roll through at least July today and see where that gets us and see what happens as we move along. So let's see where we're at. Harold Castro suffered day-to-day injury, stomach virus, moderate. We're not worried about that at all. So let's get back to our schedule. So we lose to the Twins. I just want to keep checking my email too. Oh, that's nice. Not only do we lose to the Twins, but Eli White hits for the cycle against us. So we've been no hit. We've hit for a cycle, and now we've had someone hit the cycle against us. Eli White. Interesting. All right, so let's move along. 16 under for the season. And let's go. All right, so we win. So we're 3-1 coming out of the All-Star break. And our boy J.P. Sears picks up the dub. Lowering his ERA to 2.83. Home runs for Austin Meadows, Jonathan Scope. Meadows went to the All-Star game. Meadows, wow, 4 for 5, 6 ribs. Scope 2 for 4 with 3 ribbies. In the third, Meadows 2-run double. Scope 2-run triple. Triple on a, oh wow, okay. But here you can see some of the batting averages where we're at right now. Baez has actually picked his up. Meadows is lifting his a little bit. Torque has dropped. Catcher, right field, Derek Hill has not been what we've anticipated. All right, so now we host the Padres for 3. Let's see where the Padres are right now in the standings. 3.5 back of the Dodgers. 11 up. 11 over 500. So this is going to be some heavy lifting for us, for certain. I say I get a little email to check, but let's see what we do here. All right, we get a dub. 7-4. Jacob Barnes gets the win out of the pen. Soto gets his 17th save, even though he is a disaster. Miggy with a home run his 10th. Javi a home run his 15th. Trevor Candelario, 25 dubs. How about that? 25 dubs. Really? He's got to be. Is he close to league leaders? I don't know. Shall we check? I don't want combined. I want American League. And I want doubles. Doubles. Yeah, there he is, tied for 5th with Bo Bichette, 25. All right. All right, so let's get back to it. Let's finish out July. We are now 4-1 out of the All-Star break. And waiting. Oh, we get blanked. We got a trade proposal from the White Sox. Right-hand pitcher Chase Selesky for 23-year-old minor leaguer left-hander Brant Herter. Bad deal, says Al Avila. Let's see what Freddie Tarnock has to offer us. Right-handed pitcher, 23. Big upside. Change-up guy. Out of the Braves organization. Let's see how we can make this work, if at all. You have no players who make this deal work. It's not the first time I've seen that message. That is the highly disheartening message that we got when we went after Reed Detmers. So let's go back. So we're getting guys, ID'd. Nothing really interests me on Sean Burke, so we can clip that. But yeah, we're getting trade off, these feelers, but I got nothing to give back in return. I even threw in guys like just for shits and giggles. I threw Torkelson's name in there to see if there were no takers on it. We're not in a real strong bargaining position right now at all. All right, so let's move on. We get blanked. Eduardo takes a loss. 2 runs are earned. Lang, our all-star, inning of scoreless work. So I like Lang a lot. In fact, I wonder if there's potential for him to be the closer here for us. Because Gregory Soto is not an option for me. He's just horrendous and unpredictable. All right, rubber match versus the Pods. Can we pull one? Out. We do. 13-game shutdown streak by Alex Lang. Like I said, it's been phenomenal. All right, so we got Dylan Moore coming off. But before we do that, I want to get back and look at this box real fast. So we take 2 out of 3 from the Padres. Nice. Michael Fulmer. He's been a vulture out of the pen this year. Somebody's going to have to be interested in that guy as we approach the trade deadline. Somebody has to be interested in him. He's been phenomenal out of the bullpen for me. Casey Mize, 3 hits, 1 run it's earned. Soto picks up his 18th. He's got that ERA under 7 now, finally. Home run for Torkelson is 20th. Let's go, Torque. 267. Love it. So there's some promise here. We got guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of those guys right there under the age of 30 right now for us. 8 of those guys on the box. And then the pitching staff, I believe, everybody Fulmer? Oh, no, all four. All four under the age of 30. So there's something building here. I'm sorry. I might be delusional. But we got something cooking here. Alright, so now we're 14 under. And we're heading over the border for a 4-game set with the Jays. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, Dylan Moore. Alright. Dylan Moore. Where are you at, Dylan Moore? Dylan Moore. I kind of need him up. I think I got to bring him up. And I got to send Derek Hill back down. And Dylan Moore, you're coming up. So Dylan Moore is back in the lineup. Let's set up our lineup. Dylan Moore. Right field. And Moore, right field. Alright. So here we go. Wrapping up. So we get a dub. We squeeze out a 3-2 win. 3 runs in the 7th. Jaimer with an RBI double. And Akil Badu a 2-run single. Jacob Barnes picks up the win. Soto gets his 19th save. Fulmer again. I'm telling you, there's reason to be a little bit excited about what's in store for us next year with this team. So let's see where we're going from here. Oh, what happened here? I don't know, but I do want to check something, by the way. Yeah, my bad. I need to get Tariq into rotation. That was my bad. We may have skipped the start by... I'm telling you, this is the one thing I've learned by doing this. There's a lot of management stuff that I overlook because I just never done this before. All right, we got a trade proposal from the Royals. 23-year-old minor league right-hander Calvin Stars. 19-year-old right fielder Roberto Campos. We need more than what they're offering. All right, so let's see. Calvin Stars. He's 23. Half a star. Right. Relief pitcher. I see nothing here that piques my interest on Calvin Starnes. So we can delete these two things. Yes. I'd like to just see what's going on the waiver wire right now. Ages. Matt Bush, Drew Smiley, Ross Stripling, Rafi Montero, Julian Mayweather, Jose De Leon, Tobias Myers. Henderson. Oh, you want to sign this guy? Wayne Henderson, 26. He's a minimum. Mm-hmm. I claim him off waivers. Your claim has been accepted. How the player will remain on waivers until the end of the waiver period, in which time the waiver. Yeah, why not? I'll take a shot on him. Let's make this interesting. Let's go. Alright, let's get back to this now. Let's see if we can pick up another dub. As we creep closer, we're 13 under. Oh, we're 12 under. Look at us coming out of the All-Star break. Here we go. Alright, Chafin gets the win out of the pen. Fulmer the save is third. Austin Meadows hits 2 bombs, gives him 22 on the year. And he has a double. Austin Meadows with another 6 RBI game. I believe that's his second since we've come out of the All-Star break. Second game with 6 RBIs and 4 hits. Right? Was it here? Yep, 4 hits, 6 RBIs there. So Austin Meadows is heating up, and we've already assured ourselves of at least a split in this series. We've received a personal message. Here we go with the trade deadline. Okay, before we get to that, let's check out this John Doxakis. I don't know. He's from the Rays organization, so the Rays have a reputation for developing some guys. He's 23, 6'4", 215. He's a starting pitcher. He's a lefty, and we'd be loaded up on left-handers. Loaded up on lefties. What do they want for him? Let's see what we can see here. Make it work. What do they want? Oh, they want Casey Mize. They would like Casey Mize in replace of this guy. So Mize is I'm not willing to move on Casey Mize, man. He's a big time prospect for them. He has been for a while. I'm not ready to sell out on him. So we lose. Was it Scooble? It was. Oh my God. Third of an inning. Got his knobs twisted. 4 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my God. That's horrendous. That is absolutely horrendous. Springer hits a grand slam in the first. They scored 6 runs. He hits a grand slam. 1, 2, 3. So he couldn't retire the first 4 guys, obviously. Shit. Tariq. Alright, here's our last game for July. Tyler has stated the injury. Matter of fact, recovery is maybe 4 days. So Tyler Alexander is now hurt. So let's do this. Tyler Alexander, and we're going to bring up Matt Manning. Tyler Alexander is going to go on the injured list. And we're bringing up Matt Manning. And Matt Manning will now assume that right there. He will be our 5th starter. Let's check our email. Clock is ticking loudly. Today marks the last day of trading. Deal makers will have to move quickly if they want to make any moves. Alright, so here we go. We are What do we do today? So we got the win. And we take 3 out of 4. Javi with a home run. Faedo gets the win. And now it becomes... Oh, look at JD. Nice. And now it becomes... Who are we moving on? Robbie Grossman. What's Robbie Grossman doing? Sent him packing. Robbie Grossman with the Yankees batting .318, 5 doubles, 2 homers, 13 RBIs. God bless Robbie Grossman. Good for you. All right. Team home screen. Trade deadline. Trade deadline. Don't have many offers. But do we want to see what Eduardo Rodriguez could bring us in return? We're going to shop him around. We want prospects. Hector Yon. Caleb Freeman, closer from the White Sox. Caleb Freeman, closer with the White Sox. 78, fastball, curveball, slider. Fastball, curveball, slider. Fastball, cutter, slider, change up. And this kid's 24. And we would have a closer. Where's he at right now? He's in AAA. AAA. Might want to get more than one guy for him. Let's see what else we can do here. Let's see what the Cubs have. They got a second baseman. Yeah. Let's see if we get a couple studs here. Jordan Guerrero, 25. Casey Kalish. Taylor Floyd, 24. Minor league contract. Taylor Floyd. Aziz Gomez. Fastball. New Monstero. Second base, third base, shortstop. It's something that's worth doing. Taylor Floyd and Andrew Monastero. So let's see. Alright. Where's he at? Monstero is in AA. And Taylor Floyd is in single A. So these guys are down the line, guys. It's none of the Mets good guys. big on guys who don't throw fastballs. Not big on crafty guys. So we got some closers here, but it looks like the Brewers with this guy Taylor Floyd. I don't know, man. It's not like anybody's knocking down our door to trade for these guys. The Brewers. Where are the Brewers at in the standings right now? Oof. 5 games back and they're 6 under. Chihuahua. Let me see something. Who else is in pursuit? Padres. So what were the Padres offering? They weren't. So based on potential, we got the White Sox with this kid. Caleb Freeman is a closer. Guerrero from the Rockies. He's in single A. He's right-handed. I don't know, man. I don't see a lot of... Taylor Floyd. And he's signed through 2026. Yikes. At $14 million. They're going to pick up... So I'm going to sign... Alright, so let's do this. Taylor Floyd, Andrew Montestero. Let's see if we can do it. Taylor Floyd, and Andrew Montestero. Who is offered? Please hit enter when finished. No, because they're picking up a hefty contract. Taylor Floyd. I'm going to say it's probably a bad idea to do this. I just feel like it's a bad idea. We're definitely gonna throw away. He's not gonna be a factor. He's only 29, so he potentially could be a factor if we turn this around. No, we're not making this deal. We're not doing it. We're done with that. Forget it. It's not happening. Nobody wants to work with us. We haven't got many good trade offers. So why not just operate on the idea that we're willing to be content here with what we got? I need a catcher is what I'm going to need down the line. So let's do this. Let's pause it here. We are now 12 games under, so we made some ground. But that's not the big story. We don't really care what we're doing this year, but it's good. You know what? Listen, when you're going through the process of having to rebuild somebody, it doesn't hurt to have a little sunshine, through the clouds. So let's see. We go 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, 7-2, 7-3, 8-3 after the All-Star break. We're 8-3 after the All-Star break, and we will move on to August next. Peace.